Good afternoon. Welcome to Mondays with Marsha. It's the September. It's for the 10th of 2023, but today is the 11th. And we're doing a 9-card spread. Remember, this is a collective reading. This is where society is right now. And if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, leave the rest. Use the cards so that you can sort of, especially if you do card reading, it might mean something else to you. And if it does, leave some messages down below. It would help the rest of the people in this that are interested in this reading. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it by threes. I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about the deck itself. So I'm using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris-Anne. Okay, and the first line, so it's 9-card spread. So the first line is this. So we've got the Four of Wands, the Lovers, which is reversed, and then we have the Strength card. Okay, and there's a lot of arcana in this reading, and a lot of reverse cards. So really pay attention here. Okay. Okay, so this line is of the most recent past. The Four of Wands obviously is a milestone or a celebration of a personal change in the union of ourselves. The Lover's reverse is a break in our intuitive communication, giving away our power, too many expectations, imbalances in ourself or relationships, and going back to old routines. And then the Strength card is all about courage, graceful leadership, gifted healer, purity of thought, and heart. That's the most recent past. So it sounds to me, if I want to sum this up a bit, it sounds to me like we made a personal breakthrough and we've made some change, which is fantastic. Healing is always good. It sounds to me, because of that Lover's reverse, that we're not being true to ourselves. We're giving away our power. We need to, come back to our intuitive communication. I really believe it's about self rather than relationships, although it could be a relationship, it's in balance, or in a relationship. So maybe you're having an imbalance in a relationship, either with a family member. I would think it would be a family member. It feels very close to me. And then the Strength card is really talking about your gifts. So that's what that means to me. The second line is the present. So this is our present moment. And I'm going to put them in the order. So these are the 3 cards. We've got the Knight of Swords reverse, which means we're acting too quickly. We're feeling held back by frustration and circumstances. And then the middle card is the Devil reverse, which is we must let go. We need to allow the universe to help us. We are on the cusp of a breakthrough. Boundaries are important at this time to protect our power and not give it away. And then the third card is Temperance, again reverse. So clashing interest, extremes, disharmony, a need to practice moderation. This is what this means upside down, and impatience. So I think this week we're going to be frustrated, a little bit frustrated. I think that there is a bit of fear here. We're not letting go. We're not allowing the universe to help us. We're not allowing our higher selves to be able to direct us. And so, and I think that's why the Temperance card's here, because it's basically showing us our disharmony. So that's that one. And then the last row is the future. And the future is, for me, it sounds to me, it's the Magician reverse. So we're talking cards like this. The Magician reverse is We are not in our flow. We are blocked because we are not listening to our own natural talents, potentials, and creativity. We want to be here. We want to be in the flow of manifestation. And the second card is death and transformation, which is a good thing. Change is good. Being a Scorpio myself, I understand that kind of deep-rooted chaos that you get to the truth of the matter. And so, this is about fear to change. This is about mourning or loss. Perhaps you've had some of this yourself. So, with mourning and loss or grieving, it can take some time. So be patient with yourself. But if you're fearing change, you need to believe in yourself. You need to break through that. So that's what that card is. And then this one is the Page of Swords. And this is about, and again, it's reversed. So you're not taking any action. You're all talk. You're being dishonest with yourself. This could mean nervous energy, that you're really quite afraid. So that whole bottom line to me is saying, you want to change it around. You want action to happen. You want to be honest with yourself, and you want to free yourself. This is a woman who's freed herself from the turmoil. So these are things that we want to do this week. And I think with this, there's a full moon in Virgo this week on the 14th, and it's all about, not full moon, sorry, a new moon. And new moon is always about making wishes. So allow the universe to help you. Pray for things to change. Pray or ask for how I can solve these problems. How in the universe, what can you do to help me solve these problems? And put the intention out there. Maybe you have an idea. Put the intention out there. Is this what I should be doing? There's also a diagonal, which is about our purpose. And so I'm going to give you those cards, which are these ones. The Magician upside down, which, again, we're trying to get to our manifestation. So, again, I think that this has to do with not being in our flow of life. So whether that means that you need to be more grounded, get to a place of peace, do some more meditation, that's going to help on that card. And then again, we're back to the Death card. But the Death card's not a scary card. It's a transformation card. And so it's about turning it around so that you're not afraid. You're not afraid of moving on, of moving forward, and allow the transformation to take you where it wants you to go, because there's a lot of magic out there right now, and there's a lot of great advice coming from your inner wisdom. So allow it to show you. And then the last card is the Strength card. And the Strength card is basically saying you have these potentials, you have these natural gifts of creativity, and you're a healer. When we look back at the Strength card, it's about courage, graceful leadership, gifted healer, purity of thought and heart. You need to allow yourself to go inward and find your unique passions and desires that serve not just yourself, not just your family, not just your friends, but for the whole of humanity at this time, because we're all making change. And so focus on our leadership, our gifts of healing, and direction where you feel compassionate with these, because this compassion are the cues. These are the cues that are telling you where you need to be to fulfill your God gifts, is really what it comes down to. So remember, there are only two emotions in life, and that's fear and love. Obviously, there's many emotions, but when it comes right down to it, there's distilled into a very simple way. It's fear and love. So listen to your higher self. Allow yourself to move with love that is you and your innate gifts. And this is how we get into the flow. If we listen to our intuition, your own knowing, your gut feeling will move you in a place of grace forward. So always listen to your heart, and your mind will help you to create that path. And much, much love. You can do this. I believe in you. Now believe in yourself. Okay, see you next week.